Okay, okay, okay. Let's fucking do this shit. I swear, I'm gonna get this up. Go, there's that. Cool, that's up. I swear, this is my best fucking character name I've had in a very long time. Alright. To the bridge! The Zeus the Moose must be saved! Oh god, he fucking uploaded a new video. Is that a new one? Oh, that is a new one. Nope, go away. Here, there, there. Da. Da. Okay. Now forward. Oh, bat. There was loot there. We are loot whores. We go for the fucking loot. Every corner it's looted. Every corner it's loot. Need that profit. I was playing, when I was playing the alpha for this, someone asked me if I legitimately save scummed for for a failed, lot pitching chat. Like, fuck yeah, I did. You don't know what's in there. What the fuck would you know?
Better done with it.
Okay. What is this? Okay, past it. Without the loot. Okay, trying to see anything else around there. Etrod looks somewhat harrowed, but is still in one piece. He glances at you, then over your shoulder, clearly alarmed. Rabidus Mexicanus, you are here, but where is the Lord Captain? The Lord Captain will not be joining us. Etrod gives you a confused look, and as realization dawns on him, eyes filled with disbelief. No! The Rouge Trader? She's dead? I know it says is dead, but still, she sounds better. Etrod shudders and grabs his shoulder as you watch. The sleeve of doublet bursts open, and two bone growths pierce through the fabric. No matter what ritual Conrad performs there, the warp is too strong. I can't withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second as the warp reigns in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all the dynasty heirs. The enemy of humanity is victorious. Adred looks anxious at Althrald, then she glances back at you. I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. Changes are already accumulating. The ship can still be... I forbid you to yield. Words worthy of a righteous soul. Save your lofty words and for later, will you? The navigator is ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the bridge. Etrod stares at you, and his eyes harden with cold resolve once more. Then we will have the right. Do we have no right to bow our heads? This guy's been having mutation issues for a while. To see Conrad Vulg Valdvir, clearly in the gloom of the bridge. He is holding the now familiar broken blade, stained with the dark drops that seem to have pearlescent glimmer to them. We are out of time. Ethrald bites his knuckles desperately, thinking you can see how a wave runs through the whites of Ethrald's eyes, then begin to fill with sickly yellowness. That complicates things. Ethrald lowers his head, then sighs and looks in Lot's eyes with you. His gaze cold and haughty and fanatical. The ritual will not be complete. I will take care of it, and you. See to it the void ship breaks through the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Accursed traitor, a time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches towards his death. What? Theodora is dead? Valdvir stares at you, seemingly in genuine bewilderment. No, that can't be. Not now, I still haven't. Okay, so this Chaos Spawn fight is something I have to do. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yep, damn right, pull that bolter.
Here we go again.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
You sit up there. I want to be nicely tucked in that corner, please. Then we can place you there and the Aberland here. We are in very, very bad spots if they start lobbing grenades. But besides that, it's kind of our best bet.
My prescience has failed me.
Okay, can't do that.
But of course.
Hit them. Alright, cool. Let's 2 of them down. Heroic at and desperate measure moment is required. Depending on the action of your party in combat, the momentum bar will fill to deplete a high momentum value, allows the character to use heroic ability. A low value grants access to desperate measure. Both abilities can completely change the course of battle, but every party member can only use one of them and only once in a single combat. That is completely and utterly fair. That's one static clue on all enemies in combat. The adept makes a free attack against a target. It always hits. Until the end of combat, the target gains -30 penalty to dodge and -30 penalty to armor.
No can do.
Okay, that's fair. Spell's weakness. The adept removes one static clue from the target to decrease its dodge, parry, and armor by... I have no stats of clue on you. Distributes intelligence bonus, stats of clue. Let's say drop that. We got clue on them. That's good. Okay. I don't care. Okay. So that is spent. Next turn, you got 2 stats on you. You got 1 stat on you. 6 damage isn't too bad. Okay, so we will fire 1. Burn that.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Say, keep fucking pumping shit into him.
Emperor command. This is why I.
Good, good, good. Oh shit, that's not good.
My soul shall become like fire.
Okay. So that's going to take 2. This will take 2.
Nothing I can't do. Not a problem.
Fucking unload on him.
I'm not the enemy.
Yep, that's fine. That's why he took 0 damage. Ask him to turn commander and all its allies deal additional. Fuck, I should have popped that. Okay. Charge in. Good. Can still do a strike. Pops him. Fucker.
Our Emperor, deliver us.
I should have foretold.
Endure. Crippled arm. This creature's weapon skill ballistic is reduced by -20. Can be removed and fully healed in the Rogue Trader's private quarters on the Void Ship. Okay. Okay, so you're braced. Next. Chaos spawns to be the next one up.
Minor setback.
Will do.
Remove the stat clue. Fucking move up, I guess.
Fall back now.
Alright, there's that. You're probably gonna take a fucking nail on this one.
On it.
There we go. We got 2 stats of clue on him. Who popped a shot? You popped a shot? Okay, so you take 1 AP. You take no AP. Burn that. Burn this.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
Pop heroic.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Just keep on poking.
Clean strike.
Yep, that fucking hurt.
Darkness consumes me.
Okay, so I really shouldn't have moved her there then. So what, are we better off fucking wiping the smaller guys first? Than him?
All too easy.
It's distinctive possibility.
Thing I can't do.
Okay, Aberland. Fucking... It is time to do your fucking work. What is this? Bleeding. The target undergoes a toughness check. If failed, the target gets 5 bleed damage. It costs 1 AP.
I will do my duty. Brace yourself,
You fucking dick. Yep, we lost this.
I've suffered worse.
Already done.
Good shit. Marksman gains +2 agility bonus and movement points. Their next attack costs 1 AP less.
Suits my purposes.
Fucking eat that shit, bitch! Alright. The fighter immediately restores all AP and MP and gains additional fighter agility bonus, movement points until the end of the turn, and does not lose MP after performing an attack action. I can take a hit of 10.
Indeed. Target well struck.
Good.
Oh, von
Pop that.
Valerius.
Hit him again.
Be done. An exemplary strike.
Good shit. Can we do one more?
Victory is imminent.
Fuck yes! Creature has lost consciousness. Okay. So you're still wounded. Pop a save just in case there's any checks we're going to have to make. Ooh, is that a mysterious sword shard? Mysterious sword handguard. Overseer. Auto pistol. Okay. Where must we go now? There's a bridge officer. Is the helm over here? Perfect visions, yep.
Challenge for me?
Revar, Master Helmsman, system status, report. Master Helmsman Ravor. By the Emperor, it's a seneschal, living and breathing. The white-haired man and sickly pale skin salutes you. Well, there's a tricky question. The whole place is overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid streams for throne knows how long. How did you people survive in here? We need to reestablish... Yeah, how did people survive in here? The man glanced around the bridge. Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the Rouge Traders. Then I prayed before I rescue. We need to reestablish connections. We need to reestablish contact with the Navigator Sanctorum. It is our only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officer out of his stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under stress. Eberlin cuffs the trying officer without even looking. Cuffs, like handcuffs, like you cuff him on the side of the head. Restore the Rouge channel to the Navigator Sanctorum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. Eberlin pauses for a few seconds before turning to you. Rabidus Mexicanus, you may call me suspicious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valsius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you more than anyone else deserves to take the place in the in the ritual that is about to commence. He directs your attention. He directs your attention upward to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. What must I do? Townsend Ravar takes the Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Blast it all to the void. Translation is a craft, not something to be explained in a tick. Just go up to that throne, Master Rabidus Mexicanus. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the upper spot. Please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk. I am ready. Begin the ritual. Me and the Aberland. A changer of ways? A vision of unimaginable vileness appears before your eyes. The flickering image shifts in ways as if the azure-feathered creature is constantly changing while still remaining the same. One of its eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil bore into you. Let me see the other eye. I want to see the fire eye. Oh, they both look the same. Bore into you. The voice seems to seep directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears. Mortal, who are you Who are you to oppose the very flow of fate? The creature bends its neck studying you, but for a moment, you feel as if it's wary of you. It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sands pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery. I have already resisted the temptation of the warp once. Whatever you are, you will not cloud my mind with an illusion. The creature hisses almost painfully, as if wounded by your words. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flow of fate. The demon peers into you. Your head begins to spin. Your stomach turns, and vicious drops slither down your cheek. This shard of reality drifting through my domain is merely the arena for the one who dared to vie for the favor of the gods. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, to procure that which elevates a mortal above others, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. The edge of daybreak. That fate has assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable. The aspirant was defeated, and thus gave birth to a new aspirant. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the metal world. Oh, Forge world? When the gates of the realm of the sorcerers open and set the truth free. I see you at my side on the day I rise again. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread, an elusive possibility and fickle chance, the thread that will lead you out of the maw of an irresistibility, the thread that will guide you, and the weapon of our return. The demon reaches towards you and sinks a ghostly claw into your chest. A terrible cold binds your body, and a cavalcade of hazy glimpse of a future yet unknown pass before your eyes. A flash of crimson, purple. The image replaces one another into a violent kaleidoscope without ever letting you get a proper look at them. The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. I only serve the God Emperor. Ever turns around and looks up at you. He insists for a few moments, then addresses Aberland, who is standing next to you. Seneschal. The navigator's sanctorum is silent. The Vought signal is stable, which means... Aberland nods absentmindedly. The navigators gave his life battling the storm and nearly claimed the von Valchius flagship. We will honor his memory along with that of all who died this day. Master houses Revor. Revor does not look away. He is giving you a hard stare, his white brow furrowed. Seneschal, will you tell us now who is that? Where's Lord Cap'n? It takes time for Aberlin to respond. You watch as he grits his teeth, unable to bring himself to say anything. Finally, he adjusts his bloodstained coat, straightened and begins to speak. First Officer Aberlin Wershin is authorized to inform the officers it is my greatest regret and indomitable sorrow to inform you of the untimely passing of Lord Captain Theodora von Valsius, Rouge Trader in the service of the Imperium. May her memory never fade from the annals of her dynasty. After waiting out the first wave of shot cries, Aberlin glances at you and continues, by the right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valsius is Rabidus Mexicanus von Valsius, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade and the title Rouge Trader. The official assertion ceremony will be held on a later time. In the interim, Aberlin stops short and glares fiercely at the confused officers. Have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord! It is because of his toils that we are all still alive. The also turns to you. He looks at least half a decade older. The deed is done, Rabidus Mexicanus. My apologies. I mean, to say, Lord Captain. Huzzah! Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Deep shadows of wariness can be seen on Aberlin's face. Through the cold officer's eyes are keen. They rate over you from head to toe. He frowned, muttering something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You had us worried for a few hours there. Aberlin offers a thin smile. But after witnessing your fearless rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was all over. Such fortitude is much admirable in a Lord Captain. I am a Lord General of the Imperial Guard. Sir, I am used to running off a very, very long time of no sleep, as long as there is recaf. The menace only just saved you in time. Luckily, one of the healers remembered the existence of a long-forgotten augmentation station in storage. The blessing of the Omnissiah saved your life. Some of your internal organs had to be replaced with implants. The good news is that now we have the capabilities to install augmentations on any complexity. The Seneschal then mutters to himself, I swear, sometimes it sees new compartments spring upon the ship of their own volition. We can augment ourselves. That is fucking dope. I would have known that. I would have made an AdMet character. Holy shit. That is fucking dope. You must now hold your first officer briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputies, while others go unfulfilled entirely. And now the debt clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How do we come to lose so many officers? What is the agenda for the meeting? Wait, Aberlin? There is altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be the Rouge Trader. What would that entail? The old officer gasps and looks at you oddly. I do agree that your elevation to your new status was rather precipitous. I assure you that there are good reasons for it, not least the fact that without Lord Captain, the ship would be destined for naught but disaster. But I digress. Aberlin's voice softens slightly. You do not have a choice, Rabidus Mexicanus. You are the named heir of the Rouge Trader. It is your fate that Rouge Trader and your fate is predetermined. Besides, the Seneschal lowers his voice. If Conrad is guilty of the deaths of the other candidates, then his assassins must still be there, waiting. I doubt they are reckless enough to attack you if you are draped in the mantle of the Rouge Trader. But if you were to disembark the ship, bearing only the status of an ordinary servant of the Emperor. I wonder if that's an instant game over. I do not want to click that because I don't know what the repercussions would be with Aberland. We will probably do that on one of our bat saves. I'll probably just go through and do that on my own and see how that works out. I understand. It is difficult to accept this state of affairs, but I shall endeavor to do so. Aberland nods deferentially. We all have burdens to carry in the name of the God Emperor, Rabidus Mexicanus. Why do we lose so many officers? It appears that the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found. Which is unsurprising, given that their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers. Aberland grimaces, yeah, we're getting rid of that title. Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend to such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I am still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly should take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities. Getting this bird to fly to take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with authorities of the system we are currently in, so prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses. Your Lordship, take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who worked 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of the Lord Captain. Alright, so I'm basically sitting in on this because I'm new. Project my authority. I'm going to sit on top of that and look down at everyone while they give me reports and probably taking oaths of moment or some shit like that. Actually, they wouldn't be oaths of moment. They'd be oaths of fealty. Because as fucked up as it's going to sound, I own the ship and everyone born on it. Right, when he says the clans, he means like the Bloods of fucking Portside Gundet 2, who are pissed off at the Crips of Starboard Gundet 3, and if we don't keep them happy, they're gonna go on and have a fucking gang war into lower debts and murder each other. Because all a starship's lower belly is in this is a fucking hive world's underbelly. It's just gangs. Every, like, group is a gang, and they're very loyal to each other, and they'll fuck up anyone else who comes into their territory within reason. So we have, like, guards and everything posted everywhere, so when a, like, riot breaks out in the lower decks, we just break out the fucking billy clubs and the shotguns and just, ha! Ha! Go Rodney Keene on that shit. Oh, fuck. I'm not saying it's right, but it's how it works. Okay, I'm ready to start the briefing. The Jester, Aberland relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. God, dude, fucking old ass words I've never seen written down. I heard the beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you. The expressions reveal restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention officers, you've been granted an honor. Lord Captain Rabidus Mexicanus Van Valsius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your requests. I haven't the time to be listening to every last officer on this halting ridge. Aberland, give me a precise what are the major problems and what has to be done. Perhaps you'd like to introduce those present, Aberland. As you wish, your lordship. Aberland points to a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as just flesh. Vidrisiri Atta of the Ptoleman line, our new Vatsmaster. Vatsmaster Vidis Shiri Ota. It is an honor to serve your lordship. The Vatsmaster offers a deep bow. Aboard the vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and your mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravar, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by the Lord Captain to monitor the voids around, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with a pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hard written into his face, giving a sullen nod. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, our high factorum, Janris Datron, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Mr. Beep. No, that's not Mr. Beep Boop Beep. High Factorum Janus Datron, dressed in a well-embroidered jacket, a heavy-set man with oiled hair, offers an obstinate smile and bows. It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crews work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Engine Master, servant of the Omnissiah. 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Engine Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving a complicated manipulation of the Tet Priest's metadendrites. The metadendrites are those coily things you see coming out of this guy's bat. Each one of those cables is a metadendrite, and he has full and utter control over it. So, like, I can move my arm without really thinking about it. You can do the same with his metadendrites. And you can also, in tabletop, they have, like, an insane high armor value in at least Dark Heresy, so you could fucking, like, wrap them around your chest and use them for armor. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, his esteemed Zachary Wise, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He's in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Wise has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact the other planets of the Von Valchius Protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodore's passing and Conrad Valdvir's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it's possible to do so. Thank you. All others present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make a record of the proceedings. Engine Master, I wish to hear from you. A voice distorted by Vot's retranslator emerges from under the Tet Priest's starlit hood. Your lordship, the foes have set upon your normal void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah, but the spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuring its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Chief Engine Seer, Overseer, and Spiritual Authority to all Tet Priests on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little desperate flesh that remained part of him. By the little detestable flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equal that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. I don't need anyone to translate. I understand. I see. Thank you. The Tet Priest bows her head. Zera Taller. The Tet Priest bows her head. I wish to hear from the Infernus Master. Yes, your lordship. The tall young man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all debts are now extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material loss and true casualties has been complete. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abaddon remains in a low voice pitched for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. High Factorum, what have you to report? High Factorum Janus Dork. We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the Tet Priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We've lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately, this number is confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also include trained personnel. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rocket Manus. However, the whole system, in fact, belongs to the Winterstale Rouge Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at list level are a matter for the Rouge Trader. Especially true given Callus Winterstale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later. And that kind of thick-stalled thuds are usually installed as governors of his planets. Rumbles Aberlin, frowning. Master Helmsman, give me your report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, now let's just wait. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our chief engineer and navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set up much as a toe inside the warp, I do not know what will happen first. Our warp drive being torn into pieces, or all of us melting into the bolt heads. Yeah, that's not pleasant. Vots Master Vigis Siri Alta. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navis Nobilite. Oh, so there is a navigator here. The station maintains complete VOT silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke. What parts lies? About the fucking navigator? I hope it's not lies. We need that. We need that whole third eye shit to see through the warp. They're the only ones that can get us home. The station maintains complete VOT silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. We have located a navigator in the very same system. It is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing of the God Emperor. If I were you, I'd grab the chance with both hands, or else you'll be eyeing up asteroids. You'll soon be eyeing up asteroids to use as your own residence. It's slightly less shitty news. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round the system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Prometheum supplies last. And if any thick as grot shit lowlifes come sniffling around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't worry on that. Score. Master of Ordnance, please give your report. Asar Nedalamo? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire when I'm told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able-bodied crew, Lord Captain. Fuck. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam had burst inside and all the pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead. And now we've got a Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us? We got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to the void knows where. Watch your fucking tongue, boy. Silence. The bridge's magnificent glass panes seemed to tremble under the force Everland's urge. Enforcers, seize the mutineer. I would just sort of have him shot. Oh, yeah, there we go. Everland grunts. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do to the Master Ordnance? The former Master Ordnance, I should say. Besides, find a replacement. That is, for we already have one lined up. Experienced Master Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason he may remain in his post. I leave his punishment at your discretion, Aberland. Stand down and release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment's weakness. Not after the terrible attack we have endured. Nope, gotta keep it all up. Everyone nods stiffly. Consider it done. Take him away. No, do it on the fucking deck. Make an example of him while he's on his knees. Go up with the gun. And Commissar, do your fucking duty. To the brittle laughter of the Master of Ordnance reverberates around the bridge as he is led to his fate. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members, and we require a new chief engineer, chief engine seer, and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the journey? Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship is in need of serious repairs, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. What you tell me about the system we landed in? I see to the Vots Master on this point, Mistress Toloman. We are in Rathard star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Vots messages have produced confounding results. The Navigability Station has not simply failed to answer, it seems to be maintaining Vots silence. However, we did not receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system, and Reichland Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. What is also alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a Tet priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobilitide Station and find out what in the void is going on. Thanks for all your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Your lordship, there is one more thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, Aberlin hesitates, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a road trader to do anything. And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisition, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Chronos Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed at sea. Are you referring to the contents of that note, I presume? Yes, quite right. At sea. Xavier Calcavar. Lady Theodora was to seat the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Havitz von Kalitz, an interrogator, you understand, All I know is that he is somewhere in the system, and we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him the footfall and the Forbulus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual, and the authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobilite or the Governor of Rakan Minus, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but a mere taste of the daily burden of the Rouge Trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valchius Protectorate. Evelyn gives you another excruciating look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softened slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. Idira? Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. Sister Bella grimly nods towards Idira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insists on seeing the Rouge Trader. I judge that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Talk with me when you have time, Rouge Trader. What do you need? Idria's mutant eyes rove over those assembled. Ah, fuck. I didn't mean to hit that. Damn it! Idria presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I am trying to see the imminent future, and it hit me so hard, my head is spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make it out. Can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn. And it's ringing. It's ringing like an echo. Like a bell. We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. What can you tell us anything else, Mistress Tias? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Alright? Just the thought of having just voices from hell, basically, just constantly screaming in the fucking back of your head. Oh, that'd be awful. Bad. If there's nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to go to work. To get to work. What, are we all the way fucking up here? There you are. Let's go talk to you. Starts seeing looks tired. There are dark circles under her eyes. Her hair is somewhat disheveled, and she moves like she's a little on edge. So you have a personal request for me. I indeed have a request, Rouge Trader. The accursed service of chaos who assaulted the ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in the Von Valchius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rouge Trader could meet with the orphans. Make arrangements for a meeting worthy of a Rouge Trader. I will address the orphans with a speech. I will meet with them. No formalities needed. These are the children of people who gave their lives for the Von Valchius dynasty. My consideration is at least what they deserve. Deliver this order on my behalf. The orphans are to be properly provided for, but a personal meeting with the Rouge Trader is too much. Why would I? Do you wish to fill these children's heads with the illusion that the world and its rulers care about them? I will have no part in this. Fuck the orphans! I will meet with them. No formalities needed. I will pass on your instructions. Thank you for taking my request to heart. Oh, so we're just instantly going to that? Okay. Roger. Not what I was expecting. How is this going to be fucking odd? A lot of orphans. To the Scala with you. The motley crew of children and adolescents don't take their eyes off you, gazing at you as if they were creatures straight from a fairy tale. Our indefatigable sister has been keeping an eye on these pups. Evelyn glances at the gathered children. It is hardly the Strolla Progenia in here, but we have provided the orphans on our ship with adequate care and instruction. Why don't we send them to the Strolla? Let them tell a drill abbot no and have their fucking stall bastion spine ripped out and then put in a display case above the door of their room. Sounds fine to me. Argentina is standing to the side of the group next to the youngest visitors. You notice her giving them looks and inconspicuous gestures of encouragement. At your approach, she perks up and announces, her voice fading. Brave ones, the master of the ship has appeared before you, the one who guides it through the darkness of the universe by the Emperor's will. Greet your Lord Captain, the Rouge Trader of House von Valsius. Children, of the brave servants of House von Valsius, I am Rouge Trader, Lord Captain of this ship. Speak to you now. Your parents gave their lives in a just cause and brought honor to the von Valsius banners, and those of the Imperium. I am proud of them, and I believe that you will become their worthy heirs. Give them treats and escort them to their homes. I believe a minute of beholding the Lord Captain is a great enough honor for them. Now we'll smile at them. The children keep staring at you. A little girl who has remained close to Argentina smiles uncertainly. A skinny, pale lad tries to throw his shoulder back and stand at attention like a soldier, and several other children follow suit. Only a few teenagers at the far end of the row seem sullen and not particularly impressed. Suddenly, all sounds in the module are drowned out by a very loud sniffle. That's the effect of a dam burst. You now hear whispers, sobs, and subtle grumbles. One of the older orphans, a teenager with a thin scar across his face, tosses his head back and says bitterly, "So what? Why should we care? Our friends and parents died in their dozens for your noble lot, and you just give us speeches?" Argentina turns quickly to the boy. A flurry of emotions flashes in her eyes, like she wants both to calm him and to scold him for his impotence. An opponent of these children leaves much to be desired. I hope that they will be molded into worthy servants of House Valsius. This audience is over. Spank that troublemaker. Put the rest back in their cabins. This audience is over. If you have things to say them without fear. I will listen. Rest assured, you won't be abandoned. You will be taken care of. The boy smiles grimly, not at all at the child. It doesn't matter what we say. It won't bring our parents back, and it won't change our fates. We'll keep slaving away on the ship until we drop and die like our folks, or worse. I understand your grief and dismay. Your parents died. It's not an easy thing to go through. But they gave their lives for the truth, for the good of the whole ship, for the Imperium. Do not speak of their honorable fate with anger and disdain. When the pirates who killed your parents attacked the ship, I was there. I took command. I fought and repelled the assault as quickly as I could. But no war can be won without losses. You can only strive to do what is within your power. The strong have the power to decide the fate of others. The weak either obey or die. If you seek a different lot in life, boy, save your grumbling and look for an opportunity to rise above the rest. Spade's Trollmaker. Okay. Do not speak bad of them. You heard the Rouge Trader. His words carry wisdom. Carry the wisdom of the Imperium. Hard to say whether or not your words have left an impression on the boy, but he nods slowly. Then he catches himself and gives an outward bow. Aberlin gives a sign, and the servant immediately emerges carrying packaged treats with Von Valsius emblazoned on the wrappers. It appears the seneschal came prepared for any contingency. Fucking smart man. Yep. Just throwing the treats in the air at them. I just scatter. Argenta rubs her temples pensively. She smiles at the younger children, offers a few more words of encouragement, then leaves the bay. I mean, I was fully expecting one of them to speak out, but I was also expecting when they spoke out to have the option of execute him. To death with the heretic. Cause this is 40k, like I see 40k as kind of like the medieval period when it comes to children. You were pumping out so many that there wasn't an aspect of like maternity or actual parenthood. You would raise your kids to be workers on your land, and that's essentially it. Alright, let's hit the Throne Expanse map. I want my Space Wolf. He shall be very good on the Zeustamus. That requires a scan. We'll do that. We have an unidentified void ship. Okay, we're not doing that yet. Here we go. Oh, I like how this little tiny void ship that's such woo 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 woo. Doesn't appear to be anything there. So scan this. The starport there. That's useful. That's trade. Okay, so that's the starport. To the unidentified void ship. Vought stretches his life, and the chief helmsman Raver addresses you. Here is a thing, Lord Captain. It is not very obvious, but there is a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, as if it huddled in there on purpose. It is not like I am surprised. The thing is more a piece of junk than a ship at this point. Somebody sure went to town on that thing. We are registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization of several compartments. Oh, there's an incoming transmission now, too. Hear us. The Vought transmission hisses and abruptly cuts to static. Do you need any help? Pete. Do not need any help. Pete, do not need help. Copy. The Vought relays a different voice. Keep following. They will pass us by, won't they? Roar protects. So they're loyalist. They're Imperial. Lord Captain, I'm told our orders cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To sum everything up, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within an asteroid field near Ratifila colony that is refusing help, which, not to put too fine a point on it, has not been offered to them. We established communication? Aye, Lord Captain. The connection is established. Unknown vessel. We are receiving you. Identify yourself. I repeat, identify yourself. For a brief moment, the Vought only hisses and snaps, and then several voices at once start shouting over one another. Do not tell. Tell him. We are done for. This is Thunderfang. We are... One of the voices falters uncertainly and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are private merchant vessel. A merchant vessel? Of course they are. Damn my stupid head. Where did I hear that name before? Thunderfang. Do we have any data about the damage to the ship? The telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by combat ship guns. Several components are leaking air. The bridge has been almost completely obliterated. 2 of the engines are critically damaged. Somebody gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. Why can we not identify you? You can make out the hoarse and furious whispers, even over the crackling of the set. Why? I don't know. What if? Certainly not. The whisper dies, and a clear, youthful voice cuts to the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, peaceful merchant vessel Stormfang does not require aid. Let's see, you called yourself Thunderfang, now Stormfang. The Vrats responds by bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone is chuckling bitterly, someone is swearing a foul language, and someone is hissing furiously, demanding that the others shut up. You manage to make out little from all this noise. We were just flying, minding their own business, straight out of the blue and open fire. Miracle we got away. Emperor protect. And then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We never got to them. Thunderfang, stop playing games and explain again what you forgot in the area. And this time, tell the truth. Happy now? What have you done? It's too late now. The VOD channel is again filled with the angry whispers of several voices. The whispers and static are drowned out by a clearly slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are the fellow of the void, but we did not come here to loot. On different business to help our own out of jail. Do not hurt Lise, please. We already had our chronos cleaned. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of plunder, I mean goods. So you know, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a ragtag gathering of several dozen pirate teams in the Chronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heritage solely because they sometimes have VOD's conversation with those whom they are about to board. Had it been up to me, I would make them eat a salvo from the macro cannons to shake the scum out of the debts. They sure deserve it. I would wait on destroying the vessel. If I were you, although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward conversations, the Fellowship of the Void remain a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps you will find a dealing with them acceptable, especially when the warp jumps are not available. Get ready for commercial exchange. Blind grenade, med kits, frag grenades. Okay, so I can't just straight up sell that shit to you. No. No, they did not. But I will take every opportunity I can to trade with some pirates. Do you guys not want this shit? ship components. Is this the south screen? Yeah, I don't really have anything I want. And you really don't have anything I want. How the fuck do I sell to you? Okay. So you only drove to level 3. I mean, the great sword would be fucking great, but... Alright, so that's just a trading part now. Alright, over to there. I mean, yeah, they kind of got away because... We didn't blow them up. Now we can sell stuff to them or buy stuff from them, I guess. I'm reporting the heralds of the novice nobility are still maintaining VOT sounds, perhaps due to Eric 5 being off limits to visitors. We are intercepting the signals from drifting beacons in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We are also detected as accumulating space debris near the station. Dots. Presumably, it's the remains of an interplanetary shuttle. Perhaps the esteemed Navis Nobility House required aid, and therefore cannot respond to VOT's transmission. We will not invade a Navis Nobility station without acquiring an official permit. Contact them again. I want to negotiate personally. I am. Sorry, Lord Captain. The station does not reply even after the official greetings of the Rouge Trader and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. Commence docking. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening on the station, so you will be willing to look for the esteemed navigators blind. Dot safely, and may the God Emperor light your path. Oh, Tim, did you check out that free game on Epic? Oh shit, I wanted to check something out before I did this. YouTube always does this stupid sheet. Okay, now where is that thing that allows me to rip out my organs and put my robot parts in? Because the flesh is weak. Okay, so can't go there. Where is my room? I require access to my chambers. This might be it right here, actually. That was like an elevator. Yep, there we go. Go check the chest. Nothing important. What the fuck is this? A mysterious sword shard. Titty. Dot. Check the bookcase. Some weird rock. A bizarre fragment hunt from a trophy board. Light smooth surface object dotted with dots and crumbling. Okay. Faithful is word, name, attached below the solemn heading. Let's notably faded appears prayer. Okay. So it's the Litario Divinatus. Collection of guns. Now, where is the thing that lets me do things? Right there. Check that out. Beyond the stained glass is the darkness end of the space. Far away stars glimmer, feeling of an odd sense of dread. Yep, nope, I fucking get that. I don't like fucking dark water, so looking out into an endless void of space would probably give me a fucking panic attack. More calmly murmuring, and the warm streams feel unexpectedly deceptive. A moment of weakness. Mission report painted by the skilled artist reads guests who have been granted permission to enter. A hefty tome contains scientific and flagships, dimensional flagships, the house. Yeah, so it's a layout of the ship. Coat of arms, a house vastly is crowned with attached the oath of the Rouge Trader and the Emperor's faithful servant. Okay, there is that. Okay, so it is not down there. So it might be this thing. Nope, it's not that. There's the thing that lets me rip out my body parts. Unless that's not implemented yet, which, if that's the case, fine. I'm okay with non-implemented actions. But you said I had replaceable organs. So now I'm excited. The flesh is weak. All praise the Omnisire. One 11011001110. I love the Admet. The Admet are one of my favorite. Like, the entire Imperium is the Imperium is my favorite faction. Just like humanity. Because there's so many just different factions you can deal with in that aspect. Like, the Imperial Guard are completely different than the Space Marines. The Space Marines are completely different than the Admet. The Admet are fucking nuts. Like, just 100% goddamn fucking insane. Like, oh yeah, the flesh is weak. Humanity serves no purpose. The only purpose is to preserve knowledge. And to not preserve knowledge is a sin. So they'll, like, take their soldiers, they'll remove their fucking eyelids, they'll put, like, fucking hard drives in their skull. Just that way they can't not intake knowledge. They're always absorbing knowledge because they can't close their eyes. This looks bad. Whom I swore. They actually did fucking Gothic. Permission to execute him? Hi, how's it going?
Yes? Not the Scryer's job. That is not my destiny. No can do.
Wretches, you will be consigned to the oblivion for your transgressions house Orlesio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. The prayers will not help you, servants of the damned. In the name of House Aurelio, I command you to execute these infidels. Not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his face. Both other people and his own, two jet black unblinking eyes are watching your nets move. And the third is on. And the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is mercilessly pulsing behind the lowered lid in the middle of the forehead. Step back, or I unleash the horrors of the ocean of souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. I fucking love our name. I am Rouge Trader, Rabidus Mexicanus von Vancius, and I am no enemy of the Navis Nobilite. Just that fucking sentence. It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense in modern, like, speech, but it's so fucking good. It feels like fucking Shakespeare almost, just the amount of oomph put into that one sentence. I am the Rouge Trader, Rabidus Mexicanus von Vancius, and I am no enemy of the Navis Nobilite. The system has enjoyed the protection of the Wintersail dynasty for many years. Admittedly, I did not expect to meet another Rouge Trader in my lifetime. Yeah, because meeting two would be fucking rare. Meeting two Rouge Traders would probably be just as rare as your common citizen. Just coming across a space marine. It's not going to fucking happen. And since the fate brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Philip Christopher August, the keeper of this place. So, you do not arrive to reinforce the traitors? This is great news. Having said that, I do need to point out that Yurt 5 is a holy place for the House Aurelio, a sanctum sanctorum that is open only to a few chosen attendants. And it pains me to say, you are not on the expected guest list. Provide a navigator and will immediately depart the station. I came here to get a navigator, so you are coming with me. I am looking for the Lord Inquisitor Interrogator, one Helitz von Kalisitz. Do you know anything about his present location? That's a power move right there. It's like, you must leave. I'm looking for an Inquisitor. You know where he's at? Is he here? A Lord Inquisitor Interrogator. I think I would know if such an important individual decided to pay us a visit. Provide a navigator and I will immediately depart the station. I do not think this is possible. Yurt 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of the infinity and chart the movement of the warp storms. And besides, Philip gestures at the disorder around him. You have chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. What is happening here? A betrayal, almost trivial thing in the life of the nobility, is it not? I was backstabbed by my closest friend, Thurbold Aurelio, and the other keeper of Yurt 5, and my mentor. On his instructions of my own people sabotaged my generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivable, they dare to take her prisoner. The venal bastards, by the throne light, I swear I will cast the souls into the void amongst the stars. Philip falls silent and fiercely slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Castia and are now torturing her upstairs while we are enjoying small talk down here. Help me rescue her or go away, but waste no more of my precious time. What kind of help are you talking about? I would never ask you for a favor under different circumstances, and yet Felix takes his hand away from his ribcage, notices blood, and winces in pain. And yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I do not have many people left, and my wounds are too deep to act with required precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic of fused with the blood of Lady Horacio herself. This is the elevator machine. This is the elevator machine spirit control rod. I have one part, and the other was lost during the mutiny. But even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. How do I regain control? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. You arrived at the station for a reason. Horacio will not be able to help you until current crisis is curtailed. But if you immediately move to lend us assistance, I promise we will reach an agreement that satisfies you, be it riches, influence, or the power of our navigators. How do I remit the control rod? I have a phylactery with the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient and sacred mechanisms will help you rebuild the rod. The Tet priest ceaselessly performed the rituals of appeasement, so that the machine spirit would serve the house in a time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. I guess that makes sense. So, have you decided to descend to the Von Vauch? So, have you decided to descend to the Von Vauchius line? Is it an honor to save the Lady Navigator from her woes? I still have questions turning the situation of the station. The woes of the house upset the balance of power. I still have questions. Tell me about your mistress. By the way, I'm not allowed to discuss my mistress either with her retinue or outsiders. She will tell you herself personally if she feels like it, assuming she survives, that is. I am begging you not to waste any more precious time. Makes you think she's still alive. There's a spark of concern in the tar pits that serve as Rout's eyes. You may not believe me, but Lady Cassie is capable of. The navigator sneers, seemingly in pain, fiercely exhales. Incredible things. Not even the traitor Thurble could easily harness her power. My men have reported the station in a deplorable state. The navigator irritably brushes away the strands of blood. Trust me, I should know. Everything happened too quickly. There were dozens of reports, calamities, victims, and failing systems. But the only precious thing about this station is Mistress Cassia's life. Everything else is of little value and can be easily replenished. Why did you not respond to the message from Riot Minus? I've already said Irat 5 is sacrosanct. It is a holy domain of the Navis nobility and is forbidden for commoners from the world below. We had hoped to solve the crisis on our own when the situation spiraled out of control. We could not establish contact. The traders have disabled our equipment. I hope your curiosity is fully sated. The Rouge Trader's aid to House Cassius, but you should rejoice, for your mistress will live. Replies curtly and tired. So be it. Hurry, the mistress' safety is all that matters. But should you fail, our arrangement is finished.
say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, no, fucking bump our ballistic skill. We need more ballistic skill. We need to hit harder. Rapid reload, we already have that. Fired up. Each time the marksman deals damage, their crit hit chance is increased by 3% until the end of combat. That could be good. The marksman has additional +2/+2 times marksman agility bonus. I don't have that high of agility. Critical hit chance. This bonus is doubled against the enemies from which the marksman has a cover at the moment of the shot. So take shots from cover. After a marksman deals damage to 3 different enemies, their next attack in combat will deal additional that. Whenever the fighter is attacking, they gain 1 stat of Expedient of Slaughter until the end of the turn. At the start of the turn, the fighter gains 1 temporary wound for each stat. These temporary wounds cannot exceed the fighter's toughness bonus. Enrage. If the fighter has less than 50% wounds, they gain +10. Okay. Whenever an enemy attacks the fighter's next melee attack against the enemy deals an additional toughness bonus damage. Yeah, upgrade your weapon skill. Okay. Next up. Please to open sire rating. Will. Go there. Apply. Your turn. Okay, yep. Ballista steel. Very good, very good. You don't need combat medic. That is going to be fucking huge for you, especially when you pop your heroic abilities. Like, haha, haha, up by 3, up by 3, up by 3, up by 3. And to just fucking farm that shit out. Can I loot any of these fuckers? No. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I was wondering why I had 2 options down here until I remembered that I'm fucking dual wielding swords. Does it actually show it? It does. Switch back over to that. That's just fucking ridiculous. Alright. F5. Shut them.
Excellence matters.
The corpses are mauled by a force far beyond the mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain and the hands are fused with improvised weapons, tools, and scissors. Okay.
Victory awaits.
This way. There are guys that way, but they're dressed the same as Philip. It's bodyguards.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Okay. F5. Disarm the trap.
Join me in prayer.
Are you all just fucking stuck here? Well, that's a bud report. That's the whole. Cannot move characters. That one is, I would say, critical. Mechanic. Yeah. They're good. Alright, but with that, we're going to end Road Trader here for the day. I'm going to try and move through like one area a day. How feasible that will be and actually complete the game, I don't know. We'll adjust it from there. If I have to do more than one area a day, I'll do more than one area, but I'm going to try and do one level a day. But before we do that, we are going to No? Here. Okay. We're going to load back to here. That way when we start next time, we don't have to worry about that as much. It should be better. Not perfect, but better. We got to remember, this is a beta build. So no matter how much fun it is not finished. Throw that in there. Sealed vessel, engraved initials CTEO. Change circumstances demonstrated your immediate assistance in our mutual cause. Furthermore, upon receiving this letter, performing the necessary preparations of the true, you are to depart for Ratchet system. One of the agents of the interrogator Helix von Talis separate. Okay, you already knew all that. Remember to wear these gloves. If an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain +1 bonus. 10% mechanical creation cargo. That can go there. Oh, 110%. That's odd. Scrappy autogun. Las gun. Las pistols. A wraithbone handguard of a sword crafted by Aldari weaponsmith. Its pommel is adorned with an uncanny eye that exudes an aura of corruption. Okay.